Welcome to another episode of the Inquisitive Analyst. I'm your host, Marcus Udokang. It's the show where we chat with business analysts and project managers about their triumphs and challenges and ideas and contribution within their field. It's inspiring, it's upbeat, it's exciting, but of course, most of all, it's inquisitive. My guest today is a leading program and portfolio management mentor. He's delivered training programs for project management certifications in various countries around the world. He's authored reference guides, application support handbooks, for program and portfolio certifications. He's also founder of the company vCare and Yippee Yoga. Please help me welcome to today's show, Dharam Singh. Welcome, Dharam.
Thanks, Marcus. How are you going?
I'm very, very well, and it's good to see you smiling. So it makes me even happier.
No, it's a pleasure to be here. I hope I can give some value to people watching this episode. And thanks for running this YouTube channel. I think a lot of people are benefiting from this. So you're doing a great job. Keep it up.
Thank you. Thanks very much. I appreciate that, Dharam. Now, I've got a bunch of questions for you, like I do with lots of my guests. And I just want to start off by saying you've worked in a number of different industries, right? You've worked in IT, telecommunication, government, banking, insurance, the list is endless. And of course, you currently provide consulting, training, advisory services to your clients. So let's look back a bit at your career. How did you get started in project management?
Yeah, Marcus, this is a very good question. And that's where I really always wanted to share this knowledge with people. And I think this is the right platform to do that. So I was actually born in India and grown up, and then I got a job into a company called Steel Authority of India Limited. And from there, when I was junior manager, running the shop, whatever. So then I moved to Australia. And I was into coding and programming, as most of the Indian people. You can easily say that Indians are the doctors or in the coding. I'm not want to generalize that, but that's what I end up doing it. And I was working for a company called EDS. Probably many people know about this company. It's moved into. It's a really big company at that time. The founder was Ross Perot, and he was actually running the presidency against Bill Clinton. So when I was joining this company, I had no idea where I'm joining. But anyway, so it's good that happened. And I joined this company, and I was very good, programmer. And I know within a short time, I know the system. I'm actually working for a company called Optus in Australia. EDS has a big contract with Optus. Optus is telecom giant at the time. And in those days, the two most important things were going on. Y2K, and second was Optus was moving their platform from GSMIS to a new system called Arbor. I was not into Y2K, that's one thing, but I was into migration of GSMIS to Arbor, and I was more into programming part. In the short duration, I got into, I learned about the system. I know the system very well, and I was performing really well. And I got into, I was awarded that year in '99 as the System Engineer of the Year. And so I was very good at, from the technical point of view, I know the system very well. And this is the story of most of the people, because we don't have any education system where this is teaching you to become a project manager, program manager, portfolio manager. We have either it's based on opportunity arises in the organization accidentally because nobody else is available. They ask you to do something and you do it better than other people, then you get into that. So I kind of say that's more like coincidental. Like after getting the certificate, that award from the organization as a System Engineer of the Year, I was given an opportunity to become team leader. And within 5-6 months, there were opportunity opening up for project management. I thought I'm still too young for this, and but I said, there's nothing I'm going to lose here. I put my name up for that. I applied for this. It's the internal position. There was a few strong candidates. So I was very casual in that. But somehow I got the job. I was a project manager, and I was leading a team of 12 people, 10 or 12 people, with the business analyst, coding team, testing team. And this team was called DST, Dedicated Support Team. So as any good technical person, and mentally I was still a technical person. I'm here as a project manager, but I still have a mindset of a team leader or a technical person. So one thing I start doing, which is I should have avoided, and you learn sometimes hard way. Whenever there was a major problem, I jumped into the guys. I know how to solve this problem. Let me handle this. I will. Everybody is standing there or watching, or I'm solving the problem. So that's something as a project manager we have to avoid. Project management is all about delegating, getting the work done. You need to find the right skills, right person, and delegate the work. So I was not doing it. But anyway, as I said, sometimes you have to learn, because there's no technology, no education, no certification. I didn't do any certification by that time, but I learned my hard way. I used to get a call from my manager, Dharam, you're doing great, but you're solving the problem, but you're not building the team. You're not giving them enough motivation or learning opportunities. So I got that, and then sooner or later, and I got start feeling that I'm a project manager. And then I did my PMP certificate in 2004. And so then, it's the rest of history. 2000, when I got into project management, now 2004, and now 2021. So a lot has changed in that period of time.
Yeah, no, definitely, especially Y2K. Yeah, some people may not know, our viewers, Y2K. Though,
yeah,
they can Google it up. Look at it. Look it up.
That was the time, actually, very important. That was a very important thing was going on. Year 2000, when we all celebrating to move into new century. Everybody, the IT companies are worried about that they may not survive the next century and may not be able to get in next century. That's why they hired lots of people whoever know the COBOL programming or Fortran programming. They were hired like anything. They were hotcake.
Yeah.
To solve the problem, and we can talk about the problem later on. But yeah, you're right. People can do Y2K at the Google, and you will find lots of information about that.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, COBOL and Fortran, those were the days, no doubt. So actually, you were talking about when you started, you didn't have the certifications. And I know today there's a lot of people who have certificates in project management, like you teach with your company. Some people even have master's degrees in project management, and some people have no credentials at all. So how do you recommend that new project managers start out in the field these days?
See, again, project man is a unique profession. And when I'm saying unique, if you want to become chartered accountant, there's a full education available. If you want to become a doctor, there's full education available. Project management generally happen by accident, or some opportunity arises in the organization, or somebody push you into that. So first of all, whatever opportunity comes, you should grab and make the best out of that. But the most important thing, try to gain knowledge, because nowadays, thanks to Google and lots of search engine available, and they can help you to find the right books, and lots of videos are available. Or go to YouTube and you will find lots of videos. And like yours video, you're doing a lot of videos, and of course I do have a channel where I'm interviewing just like you're doing. Normally I'm on the side, and with that I'm this side as well. So there are lots of information available on YouTube, on Google, and you go to PMI.org, you'll find lots of books there. If you are a member of PMI, you can actually download any book from PMI website, like a PEM book. If you're just starting into project management, have no background, maybe get into CAPM, because CAPM you don't need to have a project management experience, and you can get into that by reading the PEM book or getting a CAPM certificate, and do your job. You get better and better and do your job. And if you are already done some small projects with your 2 or 3 years experience, then you go for PMP certificate. And also, other than certification and other than reading books, try to find a good mentor. That may the mentor can be sitting next to you, or LinkedIn is a good way to find good people around. Sometimes paid, sometimes unpaid. Some do that. So you learn from them, and in organization, try to have somebody who's doing the job for a long time. They're willing to share knowledge with you, and that's where you can pick some knowledge. And and also try to get some lessons from them. What worked for them, what didn't work for them. As I told you my story, I mean, I was a good technical person. I jumped into that and tried to solve the problem as soon as possible. Solving problem was good, but I'm not, building my skill, my team skill. And I was not building my own skill because I'm still staying myself as a technical person.
Yeah.
So yes, you have to uplift yourself, let the delegation coordinating the work. And yeah, so that's how you're going to find out. And education is very, very important nowadays. Having CAPM, PMP, project management diplomas are available. Some universities start giving you. So try to find opportunities wherever you can gain knowledge, experience, expertise from other people, or by reading books and watching some videos.
Yeah, no, I've watched a lot of your videos, and you're right. Now we've got the cases turned. Usually you're interviewing people. Today I'm interviewing you. So that's why you're being interviewed. Yeah, that's good.
Thank you.
And you're very welcome. And as you mentioned, you're progressing into the role of project manager through some slow steps. You become a project manager, and then you decide after a few years you want to transition into program or portfolio management. So what's a good path that you recommend to accomplish this goal?
See, when we talk about program management, program management and portfolio management, these are, again, it's not the same skill as we talk at the project level. We just go to the next level. And we see that way. Generally, it's a hierarchy. We say that, okay, now I have done 4 years or 3 years of project management. Can I be a program manager? Now I've done 3-4 years of program management. Now can I be a portfolio manager? It's a good path, but don't just say that because I've never done any project management, I cannot be a program manager. I cannot be a portfolio manager. So that they are not directly connected. Think about a portfolio manager. The purpose of a portfolio manager, the role of a portfolio manager is to select the right work that will help the organization to achieve the strategy objective. So this person can be coming from the project experience. This person can be a chartered accountant. This person can be a PMO head. This person can be organization leader, head, whatever it is. So skills, just because he or she does not have project management experience, you cannot go portfolio. No, it's not like that.
Okay.
So we need to see what skills you need for each of these roles. Of course, once you are done project management, you have PMP, and now you're running some projects, and you start thinking, okay, what next can I do? You want to stay as a project manager, or a senior project manager? Maybe you can find opportunity within an organization to run multiple connected projects. Maybe you're already doing it. Sometimes we don't know that we are running the program, but we think that I have the title as a program manager. And that's where a lot of people come to me, Dharam, I don't know if I'm eligible for PgMP, that's a program professional or not. And my title is project manager. I'm a program manager. Actually, one lady from Kenya called me one day. It's very interesting. And she said, Dharam, I want to do PgMP. I said, great. I love to talk things like this. Why not? I just looked at her LinkedIn profile and said, just look at title. I said, what's your title, by the way? Dharam, my role is assistant project coordinator, something like this. Assistant project coordinator. So project coordinator, one thing, and you assistant to that. I'm thinking in my mind. Then I asked her, what kind of budget you have? Oh, Dharam, I'm looking after Nairobi's, Kenya's capital, and the road and rail services and airline industry. I said, what? And I normally have budget of $6 to $10 billion. Wow. So what I'm trying to say, the title is not telling you anything. Title, because people look for this kind of role as a some kind of CEO director position, and this lady has the title of assistant, I think junior as well, junior assistant, junior deputy project coordinator.
Yeah.
So it's nothing to the title. Sometimes if you don't know, you ask the right people, the Dharam or anybody, that I am a project manager, I am a project coordinator. Can I apply for this job certificate? And ask the person to analyze it for you. And you never know that you already have that eligibility. Because for the program, you're running multiple projects, interdependent projects, and realizing benefits. So that's the program. Portfolio is when you are selecting the right work so that the organization can achieve the strategy or direction or the vision for the organization. So that kind of thing. So if you have that kind of designation role, then you can apply for the certificate to get yourself. Or if not, you can see, can you get into these smaller or starting projects, programs and portfolio? You put your hands up whenever there's a requirement, you just tell them, I want you to do that. And you never know, you get the chance as well. Yeah. Unless you apply, nobody will know that you have interest.
Yeah. So, yeah, taking the initiative, definitely. Yeah, you have to put your one foot forward, no doubt. So if one's, and I know that your company vCare, you do program and portfolio management training. So what are some essential skills that are effective program and project managers or program and portfolio managers should have?
See, as a program manager and portfolio manager, we're talking a little bit senior role, and portfolio manager is a bridge between organization achieving the vision and mission, all kind of great thing, and getting it delivered. So organization define the strategies, and portfolio manager is getting those strategies achieved, fulfilled by having right project and right program. So you need to have strategic vision. You can visualize it. You need to have certain, of course, some learning, but when we call about learning in analysis, certain analyses are required. You are talking about the benefit cost analysis, we're talking return on investment analysis, internal rate of return, so many things, analysis, some basic knowledge is required, of course. Mm-hmm. And you can actually start going through PMI's, standard for portfolio management, program management, whatever you want to think, what you're interested in. So learning those skills are important. Yes, books can tell you a lot, but most important thing, your attitude. And of course, I'm not talking about the PgMP, PfMP, yes, there are other things. But when you get into these jobs, program and portfolio manager, your attitude also important. Mm-hmm. Some people, they are very good in following the process, but they can sit behind the process. You can say that, Dharam, I have this problem, based on the terms and conditions, based on the, the script I have, the project management plan, the program management plan, this is what I'm doing, and this is not working. The second thing is, and people love that, yes, there are some restrictions, but issues are there. How can you navigate through and get the job done for them? And I think I'm deviating from PgMP, PfMP, but let me talk about this complete this. This is I was interviewed for HP. HP is, most people know. So HP hired me for delivering or setting up cloud data center, 2 data centers in Sydney. And this is going to be Asia Pacific level. Prior to this, I have no knowledge about cloud. And cloud was new technology in those days, 2010. And HP also knew in that. And why I got the job? Because of my data center experience. So November, I was talking to my manager. He happened to be in Melbourne, I was in Sydney. So he was saying, this is the, Dharam, this is the time frame, this is the work we're going to do. And in the time frame, talking about November, the first data center has to be ready by March. And the second has to be ready, fully connected with both data center by June. Think about it. We're talking about altogether 6 months, and we're talking $30 million work. And data center, if you know, so much complexity in there with the racks and servers and network devices, fully connection, all kind of things are there. And here I am with zero budget allocated, no person available to me, and I'm the only person at the moment. I'm doing everything. So the only thing was because I'm a new contractor, program manager for them. As a new person in organization, manager said, "Can you do this?" "Oh yeah, we can do that." I said, "Yes, we can do it."
"Oh yeah, of course, yeah."
I said, "Yeah, Dharam, I know it's a unrealistic time frame, but I said, okay, you know what? I love talking about project management processes and program management processes. One thing I will do, I will get you there, but don't ask me about my schedule. Don't ask me about risk and this and that." So Dharam, I know what you're saying. I will look after the stakeholder engagement and this and that, but you get it done. So 6 months down the track, we were delayed by 5 days because one of the backup issue, and it took a long time for anybody in HP have no idea about that. Anyway, so we delayed by 5 days. And when my manager was talking to me, Dharam, I've seen so many project managers, so many program managers, I work with them, and they sit behind the processes. they can talk highly about project program management, but when the time comes for this kind of unrealistic work, they go, they come out with all kind of risk issues and all kinds of things. Now, of course, as a project manager, we have to have all kinds of things, but it is about value for the customer. If the customer is waiting and you have to deliver something, sometimes you have to break rules. I'm saying not break rules, traffic rules, but getting the things done is more important. So attitude is very, very important. How can you make the things up, happening for them? That's why they're paying you money. So your question, I think, was about the certificate level, how to get into certificate. Is that correct?
Essential skills for program and portfolio.
So we didn't talk about certificate. Yeah. So we're talking about the essential. So this is one of the essential skills people look for. Yes, you have to have some technical project and program portfolio management knowledge, which is very, very important, and some soft skills are required. And this, like people skill, emotional intelligence, adaptability, and getting things done. These are very, very important skills for you. If you're wondering why other person getting job and you're not getting job, maybe you have to look for your soft skills as well.
Yeah.
People like to see how can you mold into their organization.
Yeah. Can you communicate well and all that kind of stuff, for sure. No doubt.
Yeah.
So what are actually, referring to your story, I probably would have said, listen, this project is bound to fail because that's tough that you actually took on that project. That's amazing. That's incredible. Congrats.
Yeah.
So what are some major challenges and that program and portfolio managers actually encounter while they're managing the projects? I mean, you mentioned one about not having the proper resources or even the budget, but what are some more challenges that program and portfolio managers might encounter during projects, and what are some recommendations to try and overcome those?
Yeah, so the project I was talking about earlier with the cloud, it was, you can say, name it, and it has all kind of challenges. As I said, no budget allocated, unrealistic times, and stakeholders are sitting all over the world, and especially in Asia Pacific level. Engagement is very important, and technology was not known at the time. I'm talking about new technology which were not tested in HP itself. Yeah. And not much references available outside. I think IBM did some work, and in those days, but there's nothing to read or rely on.
Yeah.
So all kind of challenges are there, and sometimes go to market, because you have to be first in the market. I think that HP wanted to be in that situation. Like we are already in the computer world. We had to establish ourselves number one, or cloud services providing. So they wanted to get in there. So that's another challenge. Go to market faster, as soon as possible, kind of thing. So we need to, these are the challenges, but we need to recognize them. And how can we work through them? One is, of course, you can learn, read, talk to people, experience people. If they have done the similar work, they can guide you through. Lessons learned are very, very important in any project or program. Because if you had some problem, if you handle some situation and you navigate through, you want to make sure other people in the future can also learn from that. If you had some issue you were not able to handle, or your estimation gone wrong, you should document it. Somebody can come back, you can come back and see why that happened. So so having lesson learned, good mentor within the organization, outside of the organization, right training can be the way you can find. And one of the things we talk in project, program, and portfolio everywhere is stakeholder engagement. You cannot underestimate this particular part. Even if your program is not successful, if you have done good engagement, you still can come out happily, because customers say, yeah, you tried your best, but at least because your relationship, you can still come out. But if you don't have good relationship with your stakeholders, sponsors, steering committee, even if you're successful, they will still find some problem in your work. So one thing you have to do is build your stakeholder register. Yes, as a PMP, PgMP, PfMP, we're talking about this register. And this is one of the most important tools you can have. Identify as many stakeholders as you can, as early as possible. Believe me, this is going to be very useful to you. I'll tell you one story, and this happened to be, this lady from Atlanta. She was made redundant 15 months ago, working for Vodafone. And she was not able to get into job. And one of my students recommended, why don't you talk to Dharam? And said, Dharam, I'm looking for a job. Can you help me with it? So I said, I don't have any program which help you to go into job, but I will help you to make you ready for the finding job. And it just happened that she got, the day she paid money to me, my mentoring program, she had 2 offers in hand. I don't want to take a credit for that because I've not charged the program. But maybe by just paying, sometimes the stars matching along. That's where, okay. So this is not the story. The story is she has 2 offers, and one offer, we decided that one offer she has in hand, this is a contract position, which will become permanent later. The second job she really wants to join. And this one is going to give her good money and permanent job and all kind of things. So after 2 weeks or 3 weeks, she got a permanent offer, the other job, and say, okay, before you go to this job, this is the thing you have to do. So I asked her that you're going to create a stakeholder engagement and stakeholder register. The reason was the project she was going to do. She was the project manager. Now she got into program manager role. So it's a perfect opportunity for me to guide her. So I said, and the program she's going to work on, lead is disaster recovery program. It's a very, very important program for any organization. And she's going to work for 150 to 200 stakeholders. So I said, before you go and join this company, you're going to build your stakeholder register. We have few iteration, they come out the perfect register and all the required fields. And after, I think 4th day, she's talking to her manager and showing her this register. And she's looking at her, hey, how long you joined this company? I said 4 days. And I'm here for last 2 years. I always wanted to create this kind of thing. And she has, within the 4 days, she created she has 150 stakeholders and the designation, positive, negative, what kind of information they need. So before she realized, after 2 weeks, she was announced in one of the team meetings that she has done a great job. She got promotion, not promotion, but encouragement. And I think after a month, she was in a town hall session, and the boss, the head of department, called her and she just joined and she has done so much good job. So by simple tool, stakeholder register, we did talk about risk register and a few other things in the process to make her more ready for the session. So risk, how you manage your scope, how you manage your team, all these are very, very important skills for program manager, project manager, portfolio manager. So yeah, and also emotional intelligence and other soft skills as well.
That's amazing. So that was a good detail about the mentoring program that vCare, your company, provides as well. So just taking people through the steps, understanding those skills that they need, and just explaining to them bit by bit on how they can employ these in a job, like the lady did 4 days into the job, and she has this beautiful stakeholder register. That's incredible. That's amazing. That's cool.
Yeah.
So let's talk a bit about scaled agile framework and how important is using scaled agile, the safe to deliver projects.
See, without going into specific about scale or any other, because there are so many agile flavors available in the market, and we are also scale, safe bronze partner, so scale broad partner, scale agile. So any agile, and you're running a project, and agile is all about how to get the faster result, go to market in the shortest time, and with the minimum required quality, because sometimes they say minimum viable product, get me something so I can actually start selling something on my website or something. So scale agile or Scrum or agile, or now PMI also have another flavor called DA, discipline agile. So all these are bringing you new way of doing your projects. Previously, we had to go through the full life cycle of design, and then you have a build, and then test it, and then you implement. It can be 6 months, can be 2 years, 3 years. By the time you come to that point of releasing the market product, maybe some problems are there.
Yeah.
And you probably have to go back to the drawing board. And I'll tell you one example. This is working for a bank in Australia. Westpac is one of the largest banks in Australia. So I was given a project for not leave management actually. It's encouraging people to take leave. You know how people have casual leaves or some leaves which you can accumulate, and these are paid. So if you don't take them, you keep accumulating them, and after when you leaving the organization, they have to pay you that much amount.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was the project was to make sure the project is covering all kind of leaves and encouraging people to take leave.
Okay.
If you have not taken leave for last consecutive 10 days leave in last 1 year, you will get a notification. Your manager will come and call you as well, talk to you, encourage you to book your leave. So one thing happened once we completed the project, and here we are about to deploy, but the UAT, the UAT tester figure out there's some problem, and we have to basically go back to what happened. The specific situation we never thought about. Then we started again. After 3 months, we're ready, and she found another one. So the project was 6 months, and it took 1 year before it went into production. So why I'm talking about this, because we were using the waterfall or traditional or predictive way of doing projects. But when we talk about agile or scale agile, these are giving you opportunity to demonstrate your work in a shorter duration to your product owner. So if some problems are there, they can figure out early. So if you are doing the leave program using agile, we could have picked up this kind of problem much earlier, and we could have fixed it. So instead of 6 months, we could have not 1 year. We could have done in 6 months.
Right.
So these methodologies, agile, will help you to work with your business or product owner, get the result faster and better. Sometimes, yes, compromise the quality sometimes happen, but most important, businesses are getting benefit out of that. They can release the product to the market faster than what was available using the predictable or waterfall methodology.
Right. Oh, fascinating. One thing that really just blew me away when I was going through your profile is your company is an official training partner with, and I got to list this, PMI Melbourne, PMI New Zealand, PMI Santiago, Chile chapter, PMI Saudi Arabia, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia chapter. Like the list, it just blew me away. You're associated with all these PMI chapters. So if anyone in the audience wants to get in touch with you for any of the any training whatsoever through any of these chapters or through your own company, how can they do so?
Yeah, thanks for the notice actually. Now recently we added San Francisco Bay Area chapter, and also PMI Caribbean from one of the Colombian chapter. So I'm proud of these associations. I'm also working with some other chapters locally and internationally. So we've done a good job with many organizations. So yeah, so if you are one of the members from these organizations or these chapters, or even if you're not a member, just contact us. We can help you out. Yes, from these membership, you get some discount, which they can announce, or time to time they do announcement. And but yes, contact us, or we can provide you a coupon code which was given to them already, or we can have another coupon code. The most important thing is the recognition we got by having this association. They have trusted our the services we have been providing, and so recently we got connected. We got now vendor in the vendor list for SABIC. SABIC is one of the largest chemical factory. And Telstra in Australia. So we are the training partner for them. So this is, of course, it doesn't happen in a day. It took us a long time, or it took me a long time to reach to that point where people start calling us, hey, we want to be partner with you. And the chapter's calling me, hey, what it will take for us to be, you're making you as our partner. So they need only a phone call or email. So like, Dharam, this is what I want to do. We have lots of members. They want to take your membership or your services. And can we have a collaboration? As we said, Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area chapter. So not only members are benefiting, but their corporate clients are benefiting. So I started one training with them, PgMP training this week. And next month, PMP class coming up, very big class. So the chapter benefiting from this. members are benefiting, and also the corporate clients, they have connection, and also volunteers. So we realized that, and I'm coming from PMI Sydney chapter. I served them PMI in Sydney for 3 years as the director of certification, secretary, and various roles. I know how volunteers are working, how much contribution they provide to the organization as a PMI and PMI chapters and to the members. To recognize their effort, I said, guys, I have a special code for them. Anybody, any volunteers, no matter out of this chapter or anywhere in the world, he said, Dharam, I am a volunteer for this chapter. I have some discount for you. Chapter, and recently we announced a discount for veteran services. So anybody who has served or going to serving, and also women in profession, project management, we have special 20% discount. People with mental or physical disabilities, or anybody who is going through this difficult phase of losing job, or struggling to get back into jobs. So please contact me. Yes, we are here to make money as well as to help out. If I can help out in one way or other way, I love to do that. So please reach out to me. You have direct contact, and I think Marcus can provide you the contact detail, or you can go to my website or my LinkedIn. You will find, and you book some time with me. Happy to discuss. Not even project, just training, certification all day. If you're going through some situation, if you have booked my time, you can rest assured you will get my time. Doesn't matter. No selling at the time. And if you want to buy some training with me, love to do that. But that 15-minute time generally go for half an hour. You have my time and my dedication at the time.
Fantastic. And I think the website is vCare, if I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, vcareprojectmanagement.com. Maybe
exactly.
I'm wrong. It is. Okay.
V for Victor, V for victory.
vCare. vCare, yeah.
It's not W, it's V for Victor, CARE, vCare Project Management.com.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah. Well, thanks so much, Dharam. This has been a very informative session, and I really thank you for your time and the opportunity to have you on the show.
Well, thank you for having me here. It's a great pleasure talking with you. Really hope somebody can find some useful tips from this, and they can find a way around and may go to the highest level in the organization. Mm-hmm. And if I can be any help, please reach out to me. Thank you.
Fantastic. Well, you're very welcome. And having said that, I know you're in California, so you have much warmer weather than we do here in Calgary. So enjoy the warm weather.
It's actually beautiful weather. If I go outside, blue skies, sunny day.
Don't make me jealous, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Take care.
All right. Take care.
All the best.
All right. Bye.